Alrighty, at this time at 7:02, we will call the January board meeting to order, and Ms. Renee can verify the media has been notified, and Mr. Story's here because he was notified. So at this time, can we stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance? Also, before we get going, we've all received a nice card from RSD elementary staff and principals, and on behalf of the board, very humbled, honored. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you guys for all the hard work that y'all do in our buildings, you and your staff, and I thank you very much for that token of appreciation for us, so thank you so much. And also, Dr. Gocher, I will turn it over to you for number 3.
Thank you, Mr. Cloud. It's always one of the favorite parts of our board agendas, an opportunity to honor our employees of the month. And for those that may be viewing this for the first time, typically we honor our students of the month. But because we have some students that are virtual and some in class, we thought it'd be a great opportunity for our building leaders to receive nominations for individual students of the month, employees of the month. So we'll start off with Mr. Kordsmeyer at the junior high as he honors Ms. Crystal Hall.
Since last March, she is still always there for our students and staff with a smile on her face. Nurse Crystal is always willing to stop whatever she is going on to answer any questions we have about our health, stress, lots of stress, blood pressure, lots of high blood pressure, or anything else without hesitation. She continuously checks on our staff and students' well-being. Nurse Crystal is a true asset to the entire Russellville School District, and we are very thankful that she takes such great care of our entire RJHS family. Nurse Crystal, thank you. We never have any fun at junior high.
And Ms. Crystal, just on a personal note, thank you for taking care of me and my wife and all that implies. Thank you, ma'am.
Ready? RHS Teacher of the Month is Mr. Dwayne Dove. Mr. Kaufman nominated Mr. Dove as RHS Teacher of the Month. Mr. Kaufman says, as we near the conclusion of marching band season, there may not be another teacher that has had to change and adapt to new guidelines and restrictions more than Mr. Dove. In response to the epidemic, instrumental music was altered greatly in the way it could function. And Mr. Dove, along with his team, was able to find a way to continue to teach students music through performance. He has still produced an extremely high-quality product despite the obstacles he has faced during this epidemic. His countless hours of time, worry, and alternating plans make him an excellent choice for Teacher of the Month. Mr. Dove would be the first to tell you he is not in this business of music education for personal recognition. He does it for the kids. Mr. Dove was also named the Arkansas Bandmaster of the Year for 2020. He is in his 31st year with the Russellville School District, where he currently serves as the high school band director and music coordinator. Mr. Dove joined the faculty at RHS in 1997, and since that time, there have been over 400 students selected to the Arkansas All-State Bands. Congratulations, Mr. Dove. being named the 2020 Arkansas Bandmaster of the Year and RHS Teacher of the Month.
And now Ms. Benz from Dwight. Unable to make it. Well, with that, we're going to honor Mr. Brad Davis anyway as your Employee of the Month. So let's give a round of applause for Mr. Brad Davis. And Ms. Malin, same thing. Well, we're going to give a round of applause for Ms. Rochelle Preston. And Ms. Cook. Hi, Ms. Cook, as you come forward. The entire science team. That's a heavy lift. That's right.
Well, good evening, everyone. At RHS, and I'm sure many other schools, our teachers meet in teams each week to plan and pace instruction. And so this month, RIS would like to recognize our science team. This team is comprised of Joy Vickers, Aaron Linsing, Peyton Crawford, and Jason Muncie. This team of teachers meets formally one time per week where they plan together, review student performance on prior assessments, and develop plans for next steps in teaching and learning science. In addition to the weekly meeting, though, you can see these teachers meeting several times a week on their own. They work closely together, always trying to invent new ways to make learning fun for our students. Last year, Mr. Crawford requested a green screen, and we ordered it. It was very timely since so much of this year's instruction has been communicated through computers. The green screen allows the teachers to create backgrounds that help students imagine many facets of science, outer space, the life of cells, ecosystems, and so much more. The teachers create video lessons that pique student interest for learning. Our science teachers also coach our robotics teams, and our teams have won the Teamwork Championship Award for the past 2 years at the state tournament. We are very proud to celebrate these accomplishments, but we know that there are many hours of hard work that happen behind the scenes that get us there. Recently, Ms. Vickers applied for a grant through Entergy Corporation, and our school was awarded a grant for over $5,300 for our robotics team to purchase new equipment. We are very grateful for our teachers, for their hard work and dedication to our students, for the time spent on teaching and learning when you think no one notices. I want you to know that we see you and we thank you. Congratulations to the RIS Science Team, our Employees of the Month for January.
And Ms. McShane, Principal of Sequoia, introducing her Employee of the Month.
I'm happy to introduce tonight Tia Hara, our Administrative Assistant at Sequoia. Tia is influential in establishing a positive and friendly climate at Sequoia in the office, with staff, with our students, and with our parents. She goes out of her way to take the time to share positives with parents. This afternoon, I walked into the office and Tia got up from her area to go to the window to talk to a parent about how wonderful her children are, not just how kind and friendly they are, but how kind and friendly they are to each other. And I know that made that mama's heart feel good. She is so genuine with our families. With staff, she stops whatever she's doing to address a need. Even with a plate full of her own tasks before her, when a staff comes in, she'll pause what she's doing to take care of someone else. Always making them feel like their need is the most important. Tia is super efficient. Often, I'll take something out to her and say, I don't need this for a week, and within minutes, she has it back on my desk. What she doesn't realize is I really don't want to keep up with it for a week, and now she's handed it back to me, but she is so efficient, and I always appreciate that. More often than that, she takes the initiative for the principals and staff before we've even addressed anything. Tia's attention to detail is amazing, regardless of the task, be it bookkeeping or event planning. She's always on it and thorough. She has always helped out in the nurses' station and with obtaining substitutes, but this year she's taken that to a whole new level. Getting subs and covering classes has almost become a full-time job. Her organization and efficiency has been wonderful. I'm sure she often wishes that I'd stay out of her way because she always has it covered. Tia is one of the strongest women I know, both professionally and personally. In addition to taking care of our office, the students, staff, and parents, she has her own responsibilities outside of school. Yet she's amazingly efficient. Her positivity is inspiring, and she is truly a joy to work with every single day at Sequoia. Congratulations.
And now Ms. Shirley, Oakland Heights Elementary Principal, introducing Sarah Connerly as her student of the month. Excuse me, let me try that again. Employee of the month.
Probably have been my student at one time.
Could have been.
All right. It is my privilege tonight to honor Miss Sarah Connerly. Sarah has been a counselor at Oakland Heights, and I am sure that when she took that job, she had no idea what the last 2 years were going to bring to her. Sarah, as we have gone through this year, you all know that mental health issues have been on the forefront of everything we do, and Oakland Heights is no different. And Sarah has stepped up. We implemented a program that she found called Choose Love for our students in the classrooms to begin to address mental health issues and to help students acclimate to this new world that we're living in. I've loved the program. Sarah has stepped up with so much volunteer work this year because our wonderful community has reached out to our school, and whether it's through Christmas gifts or whether it's through food donations or whether it's through clothing donations, I can't even begin to list all of the things that our community offers, and Sarah has been the touch point for all of those supplies for our families and for our students. Sarah works with classroom teachers. I hear a lot from teachers about how willing she is to always have an open door policy. Kids who are having a rough day can walk right in, and she's immediately walking them through how to solve their problem or how to change their perspective for the day. And that's so vital in today's world where our kids have sort of had the rug pulled out from under them in so many ways and are having to cope with the new world that we have. Sarah is in the process of helping with testing at this point. We're in that point of the year, and none of that went away. Her plate is always full. She always puts kids first, and I am so honored to be able to have someone beside me who does such an awesome job with students and with staff and with everyone that she interacts with. Her husband's Daniel, and he told me that I could just hand the microphone over to him and he would tell us all the great things about her as well. So I'm not going to let him do that, but we are so blessed to have Sarah in our school, and I get to honor her as our January Staff of the Month.
Thank you, ladies. And now Ms. Sarah Monfey, Russellville Middle School, Alicia Taylor. And we're going to give her a round of applause anyway for Miss Alicia Taylor. And now Center Valley Elementary already on their way. So Miss Chandler.
Well, Nurse Melanie, she starts her day at school not as the school nurse, but as the CVE DJ. She comes bright and early every morning, gets the sound system set up, gets happy music going, and then she spends her morning helping to open car doors and welcome students. She also is contacted by numerous parents around the clock, including nights and weekends. They trust her, and this was happening even before COVID. Melanie builds relationships with parents and with people, and so they want to reach out to her, and she always makes herself available to them. This extra pay that you are considering tonight, if I may, I second that. Melanie has worked her tail off since the beginning of school. Again, contacting parents, doing the contact tracing, letting people know when they're quarantined, when their kids can come back. I can't keep up with it at all, but she always knows exactly who can come and who can go and when. And again, she presents it in such a way that parents feel comfortable. I've never seen this lady without a smile on her face, even through the mask. It just shines through her eyes. Through the throw up and the blood and the broken bones and the questions and the phone calls, she never complains. Well, she does complain a little when I claim that she's my PCP, but that's aside. Melanie McCrotty is a skilled nurse who is patient, kind, funny, a friend, and a ray of sunshine that we are thankful and blessed to have at Center Valley. Thank you, Melanie.
And Ms. Chandler, on my first day back, I had the privilege of doing car rider duty with the two of you, and I witnessed her DJ skills. She rocks.
There's occasionally a little dancing that happens as well, but that's usually when it's really, really cold. Sorry you had to see my face.
We'll skip Crawford Elementary for the moment and go to Secondary Learning Center. Mr. Josh Edgen. Yes, sir.
I would like to introduce to you the Secondary Learning Center's Faculty Member of the Month, Tracy Carter. Ms. Carter has dedicated her life to ALE students and family. This is easily shown by her 21 years of ALE dedication. She started as our math teacher and has spent the last 5 years as our counselor. The role of counselor is probably the most complex role in the district. A counselor has to wear many hats and be successful at them all, from student credits, graduations, career planning, social-emotional needs of students and now staff, scheduling, and of course fixing any error a principal may make along the line. You can see her job is never done. That is why often at the end of the semester you can see Ms. Carter in her office well past midnight. While Ms. Carter is very organized, this is not why she was nominated for a Faculty Member of the Month. She was nominated for her love for life. She brightens daily the spirits of students and staff. She cares for all. She wants to ensure that everyone that walks through that door knows they are loved, they can be successful, and most important, they can count on her for the rest of their life, as she will make a lifetime commitment to make sure everyone will be successful. Because of this love for life, our building can stay a Llama 1, a reference to our thermometer outside the boardroom in the hall. Ms. Carter, thank you from all the staff and the students. You truly are the foundation of our program. Thank you for all you do. Please celebrate with me our SLC Faculty Member of the Month, Tracy Carter.
And now Crawford Elementary Principal, Ms. Siobhan Jackson, introducing 2 of her Employees of the Month.
Good evening. Good evening. I am so excited. We were almost too excited trying to get here. I think we may have a little one that may have broken a toe trying to get here. So, but we were not going to miss getting to come and share about these 2 awesome ladies. Our school voted on Miss Megan Green and Casey Dvorak. They are 2 of our self-contained teachers, and they go above and beyond to help not only the students in their classrooms, but all of our teachers and our students around the building. It has been, you guys hear me talk often about how we are such a collaborative culture, and these ladies are just a huge part of our collaborative piece of our puzzle, because they go out of their way to help teachers around the building with behavior, with setting up intervention folders and behavior folders, visual schedules, things that take our teachers a lot of time to create. They take their own time to create these things for our teachers to make their lives easier. And we are so thankful that they're able to share their expertise and their knowledge around the building. We've worked really hard to make sure that our special ed department and our special ed team does not work in isolation, but that they share their knowledge with us, and they have been just such a huge part of our growth. They're always willing to share and just do whatever it takes to help us be successful. And so I was so excited when I saw that this team of teachers was going to be our Crawford Employees of the Month. So ladies, thank you so much for all that you do to support our students, our staff, and our families. We appreciate you so much.
It's my privilege to announce the Central Office January Employee of the Month. She could not be here, but we understand she may be watching, so I'm going to go ahead and continue with my remarks. From Ingrid in our offices, she writes, I nominate Valerie. She has continued to help us when she can go through hard times that she has gone through, She is always so helpful and would drop whatever she is working on to answer my questions or help me. I can always count on her. And from Tina McNutt, I nominate Valerie Campbell. She's always ready with an answer, even if it is, I don't know, but I'll find out. She is encouraging, friendly, and professional. She has been a real help to me over the years, and I'm glad we have her in RSD. And just on a personal note, Valerie's made such an impact in our office, her smiling face, the struggle she's currently going through. She's never failed to bring a smile to her office and to keep Justin in line. And so we are very proud to honor her as our January Employee of the Month. And I've asked Justin to say a few comments as her supervisor. One more time. It's on now.
I would just like to echo or say ditto to everything that was written about her. I would consider, I'm a little biased, but I would consider Valerie our rock in our department. She's got a whole slew of positive qualities, but I would say on top of the list would be with her kindness, her attitude, and just willingness to help others. I mean, I would attribute our success in our office to her, and she's just always willing to do whatever it takes. So I just want her to know she's much appreciated, and we're glad to have her back.
That's right. Let's give her a round of applause. Back to you, Mr. Cloud.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all the, hello? I'd like to thank all the employees that were honored tonight, gone above and beyond. We appreciate you. At this time, I need to entertain a motion to approve adding the addenda items to our agenda this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. White. Mr. White? Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. I have a motion and second, Mr. White, second by Mr. Carter. In discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Okay, it's unanimous. Is there anybody here tonight wishing to address the board on an agenda item? Okay, thank you. Seeing none. Is there anyone here tonight wishing to address the board on a PPC proposal? Okay, thank you. All right, Dr. Gocher, number 7.
Thank you, sir. Tonight in my superintendent report, I have a couple of employees, a couple of leaders that I want to share. Ms. Dana Sumter, our GT supervisor and GT and AP coordinator, is going to give a short presentation and just an update of the GT and AP services that she and her team provide for our kids. And I'm going to get this ready. And Ms. Sumter, thank you for the work that you've done in a difficult season and still striving to make sure that our kids are being successful. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to share some details and numbers about this year so far with GT and AP. And I want to start off with my team. We have 2 new team members in my team of 3 this year. At the top is Miss Sarah Morphus, and she serves the GT students at the RIS 5th grade building and also helps with enrichment at Crawford. And then Miss Sherry Sawyer, who has been here longer than I have. She's kind of our rock in the GT department. And then we have a new, and Sherry's at Crawford, Sequoia, Oakland Heights, and then Miss Becky Quose. She is not new to the district, but she's new to the GT team this year, and she got in after the beginning of the year started. She was at Oakland Heights in the 3rd grade classroom. And now that she's part of the GT team, she serves at Center Valley, London, Dwight, and also helps out at Oakland Heights. So this is my awesome team. And we found out this morning that AGAT, as the Arkansas for Gifted and Talented, it's our professional organization that we join, and we have a conference every year. They are awarding the Challenger Award to all GT educators this year. And so I thought that was a nice gesture.
Excellent.
Our GT students are identified by a lot of the same methods that they always have been. We updated the website to get some of that digitized so that now that it's online, we were able to streamline some of the data that came in, and it was available in a database. We got with all the teachers before the end of the school year last year, and that way we had student information that we needed, knowing that there would be no ACT Aspire. So we filled in where we could, and we persevered. So at the elementary level, we have 150 GT students that are served by the 3 teachers. Our numbers are up there. Most of them are on site now. We do still have a few that are virtual. And then we follow them through their secondary career. We still have them in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And there's 397 in those grade levels that we follow. And we want to make sure that they're successful, and we encourage them to move on to AP starting at 9th grade. And we have 21 courses. Of course, U.S. history is at the 9th grade level. And then once they get to high school, they have 20 more to choose from.
Excellent.
So registration compared to last year, for the 20 administration year, May of 2020, I ordered 821 exams for 453 registered students. When COVID hit, the governor said, well, you don't have to take the AP exam to get weighted credit. If you're an AP student, this year you get weighted credit, whether you take the exam or not. And so my heart sank a little, but when we got the numbers, 355 of our registered students completed 644 exams. And whether you look at the student number or the exam number, that's a 78% participation rate. So I was proud of that.
Very good.
This year, we have 830 exams ordered for 437 students. So the number's down a little bit, but not much. And there's what it looks like Well, these are scores. So across the top is a 5-year range of students, and you can see our numbers went up. 2018 was a high, and then it's dipped back down. We're at 355 total students now. Total number of exams, and then you have AP students with scores of 3 or above, and then that percentage rate. AP scores are ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and a 3 or higher gets college credit, so it's considered a qualifying score. And when you look at the percentage rate, 2020 was the highest year in our 5-year range. So we had 59.4% of those students that took the exam to make a 3 or higher, a qualifying score.
That's excellent.
And then if you're a visual learner, there's what it looks like on the charts, bar graph. Okay, this is a comparison of each subject to the state average. So our average scores in each subject listed across the bottom is in red, and the state scores are in black. And if y'all want a closer look at this later, you can contact me in the office or shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. But we're really strong as far as our averages go. And then the next one is the global comparison. Again, we're in red, and then the global is all students. It's not just in the US. We have students across the world taking AP exams. And so this is how we compare globally. I'm still pretty proud of that.
You bet.
We do have one class that the governor offers an incentive for to increase STEM majors and careers, and that's Computer Science A. We recently honored 5 of our students at a halftime celebration at a basketball game. And the top student and the bottom student there, Logan Jaton and Ian Hardcastle, they're seniors this year. So last year as a junior, Logan scored a 5, and he got $1,000 for that score. Ian Hardcastle scored a 3, and that was awarded $250. The other 3, Spencer Anderson, Caden Bewley, and Wilson Escobar, they graduated last year, and they are currently enrolled at Arkansas Tech and pursuing a computer science or computer engineering degree. So they're doing awesome. And for those scores, Mr. Hodge got $450 for his AP Science A classroom. So I just continue to congratulate them on their path to success, because that is our why, is to make sure they're successful in landing a career in what their passion is. And I've got a photo of them there. On the left, Mr. Hodge and our 3 graduates, Spencer, Caden, and Mr. Escobar. And then the upper right-hand corner is Logan Jaton with his high 5 sign. And in the lower right-hand corner is our other senior, Ian Hardcastle.
Impressive.
So, really proud of them. And if you need to contact me, there's my information. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sumter. Mr. Cloud, is there any board member that would have any questions for Ms. Sumter? Ms. Sumter, thank you. Excellent program. Thank you for continuing to strive for excellence with these kids. Impressive scores, impressive students. Thank you. All right. Second part of my presentation, we have a kind of a celebration that Ms. Brittany Turner is going to share with us, and I'm going to minimize and maximize real quick. And Ms. Renee King is accompanying her.
She has to help too.
She has to help. All right, the floor is yours.
So yes, like he said, it's a little bit of a celebration. We really just wanted you all to see one of the great things that we've been doing. So if you want to go on to the next slide, I'll kind of go over. I'm not going to talk a lot because I have a video for you to show you what we're really doing. So history, about 4 or 5 years ago, we started partnering with Easter Seals, which is out of Little Rock, to look at assistive technology. Become huge in the state, something we really should have been doing as a state to start with, so partnered with them, kind of got the team going. A couple of the people are here that were on the team then, and it's grown from there. Renee has really taken it and just ran with it, and things I would have never imagined. It's been amazing to watch our kids that may not have been able to tell you what they know in the past can now through some of this assistive technology. So there's just a quick look at our team. I'm not going to go through all of it, but you can see it's a mix of secondary, it's a mix of elementary teachers, it's a mix of speech language pathologists. And it doesn't just stop there at our team. We also work with all of the teachers across the district. So the OTs are involved, the classroom teachers are involved, but those people kind of head that up. They start the assessments, they go in and help train, and they really keep that process moving. And I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about it, okay?
You bet.
So Brittany's talking about assistive technology. So what is assistive technology? Well, it's anything that a student needs, anything they need to improve their independence. It's a student with a disability. It is required by federal law. It's under IDEA, and as Brittany was saying, we were learning that we didn't have this in our IEPs. We might have been using it, but it really wasn't documented like it needed to be. So we did create this team. And so the question the team has to ask is, does the child require assistive technology devices and or a service? If we go to the next slide, I'm going to talk about what it means between a device and a service. So a device is any piece of equipment, anything they need. It can be homemade, it can be something purchased, anything they need to improve their functional capabilities. And then the service is anything that you're using, like we have some companies or some providers that will come in and help us with evaluations for students to determine maybe they need a speech generating device. What do they need? So that's a service that's provided. Or it could even be a training to the parents, or say the speech language pathologist going in and training the special education teacher. That's a service as well too. So here are some examples of assistive technology. These are just a small, minor examples here. Maybe a pencil grip, visual schedules, sensory tools. Technology has become a big part of our school right now. So students that have difficulty reading, they may need text to speech, or even maybe speech to text. Maybe they have trouble writing and they need to verbally say it and it types it for them. Our OTs and PTs are also a big help. Occupational therapists and physical therapists, they help us a lot with assistive technology. With like head supports for wheelchair, maybe mounts for the wheelchair. They also help us with like adapted utensils, like eating utensils a student may need. We have noise reducing headphones. Maybe they need images enlarged if they're visually impaired. But the one we really want to talk about and kind of show you some things is our speech generating device. Felicia Head is one of our speech language pathologists. She has chaired our team in a lot of ways. She has put together kits for us. If we go to the next slide, I'm going to kind of show you where we've grown. She has put together kits. So at Easter Seals and other, like ICANN, places like that, you can actually borrow kits so that the speech pathologist can take it and then learn or use different things in it to say, what switch does the student need? What's going to help the student communicate? So, what device might work for them? So Felicia has taken kind of what Easter Seal said and made some kits for our district so that speech pathologists can check those out and trial and error some things with some students. All of our speech language pathologists are trained in a program called LAMP, which is Language Acquisition Motor Planning. You're going to see some of that on the video, but we have students that were completely nonverbal, not speaking at all, and we've introduced this to them, and they're now communicating with us. Do you have anything else you want to say? Because the video is the part that I really want to show you. I'm excited about this.
And truthfully, we just as a district have come so far. I remember being a classroom teacher with some of these kids and thinking, what can I do? And I'm building things. And it has just come so far from little PVC pipe things for my students to where we are now. And it's exciting to see kids that not only couldn't speak, but you know what, they have a lot more information that they've learned from our teachers that the teachers don't know because they didn't have a way to get that information from the student. So I'm excited for you to see the video. Shout out to Mr. Foster and Mr. Ball for helping us put it together, because while we love special ed, we are not great with videos. So very thankful to them. And you'll also get to see some of what's happening at home. You know, we talked about that throughout the summer and everything, that some of my kids just can't come to school because of their health. So part of the video you're going to get to see one of our students who is actually at home and receiving speech therapy from one of our teachers at school. So.
Hi, my name is Zeke Johnson.
Sorry?
We are excited to share with you what we are.
That happened last time, and I learned how to correct it. So everybody cross your fingers.
So we're really excited for you guys to see it. Sorry. I don't mean to be bossy.
No, I want to make sure it works, I think. Oh, my goodness. I've lost my cursor, so I don't know where I am. So let me see if I can try this again, because we had a great run through earlier. Let me try it this way. There we go.
Hi, my name is Zeke Johnson. We are excited to share with you what we are doing this year with augmentative communication in the Russellville School District.
How about a yellow one?
Red.
A red one? Okay, get a red one. There we go. I got it, thanks. Let's finish with these, okay? What color, I'm sorry? Oh, well, I think that's orange. I would call that orange.
Yellow.
The orange is actually an orange.
Orange.
Orange, that's it. Orange. Oops, I dropped it. I'll get it. I got it. What color do we have left? What do we have left?
Yellow.
Good.
All right, yes or no question, Zeke. Can pigs walk on 2 feet?
No.
Can you touch your elbow with your nose?
No.
Can you fry vegetables in a pan?
Yes.
Can you brush your teeth with a shoe?
No.
Can you stretch a rock?
No.
Can you grow a mustache on your foot?
No.
Can you sleep in the daytime?
Yes.
Can you ride a bike without a helmet?
Yes.
Can you drive a car wearing a blindfold?
No.
Can a backpack get a cold?
No.
Do fire extinguishers help firemen?
Yes.
Do children play with toys?
Ball.
Ball? What color?
Ball. Gates. Green.
Green. Good job. Green ball.
Go. All right, here we go. A apple. B ball. C car. D duck. E elephant. F fish. G guitar. H house. All right, are you ready? E. Look at it. Where's E? Good boy, that is E. B. Good, that is B. H. Yes, good boy, H. A. Oh, let's get it. There we go. A. Good, that is A. D. D. Yes, that is D. F. Yes, good boy, that is F. C. Good, C. G. Yay, David!
Hey,
Hey,
you want to hear a joke?
yes.
What sound does a limping turkey make?
I don't remember.
Wobble wobble.
So you can see some of our students don't have a voice, but these devices give them a voice. They may not have the physical ability to show you what they know, but some of these tools give them that ability. Little Zeke, who I hope they're watching, they were very excited to be a part of it. He can do money through his device. He can answer your mathematical questions through his device. So it's not just communication, but it's also that information too. So thank you guys for letting us present.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Am I on? Dr. Turner, would you come back to the mic? We noticed something. Mr. Barrett noticed that on the first slide. And we need to congratulate you. I know all the hard work that goes into that. And you did that while working. And,
Yes, I did it late at night for a few years.
Also, your work at Tech, I knew about. And behalf of the board, congratulations for your hard work. And I will know now to call you Dr. Turner because it's work hard for that doctorate. And I just want to congratulate you for all your hard work and awesome job.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
And finally,
go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Just have a couple of comments for this special month. My superintendent report I've saved for last so we can honor our school board and a few others. First of all, just an update as I typically do for our students. We have grown in enrollment. We are now at 5,216 enrolled in RSD. COVID-19 information, based upon last Friday to this Tuesday, we have dropped, which is always a great thing. 13 positive staff, 24 positive students, 15 staff quarantined, 250 students quarantined as opposed to 413 last Friday. So we are down from 500 down to 302 students and staff that are out of work and or school. So continued excellent job, leaders, excellent job, nursing staff. And one of the things I learned as I began to walk through the buildings on my first day back, leaders, thank you so much for how positive you were, bragging on your teachers and your parents and your students and keeping such a positive attitude in such a difficult time. That was the greatest thing I noticed, not a single complaint, and I appreciate you guys very much. Vaccination plans, Mr. Holt, Ms. Shanik, and a few others from Newton Pharmacy gave information regarding our plans for staff. The issue is it's happening all over the nation. What is ordered is not always delivered. So we will know Friday what will be available, and we will immediately get that information out, and we will execute a plan for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for elementary and high school staff, depending on the amount of vaccines that are delivered. And so I just appreciate Mr. Holt and Ms. Shanik and for those that are working behind the scenes to make sure this is deployed for those staff that volunteer.
Can I make a comment about that real quick?
Yes, sir.
And this is, my wife's a nurse, emergency room. She's been through the vaccination process. And I actually had this thought when I was running the other day. Her first shot, no issues whatsoever. The second shot, she was not well. And I was concerned about, are we going to get everyone vaccinated at the same time? And so their second shot will be due at the same time? Or can we make some accommodations in case we do? It affects, some of our staff on the second round, because it seems like that second shot, we may have some people off, depending on the timing and everything of that.
That's a great point. That was not discussed, although we have to have that shot delivered in 28 days. But for instance, if we gave the entire staff of Center Valley on a Tuesday on that second shot, that could present some issues. So that's a great point. And so, Mr. Holt, there you are. Let's consider that we may not want to vaccinate everybody on the second round, because that's one thing Dr. Henderson informed me last week, that you should expect fever and a couple of days of issues. Sore arm is a given. And so that's a great point, Mr. Barrett. We don't want to lose an entire staff the following day after that second vaccination. So thank you for that. We'll consider.
It was quick, though. It was
right.
About 24 hours, but it was, she doesn't complain, and she was complaining.
You bet, and I appreciate you saying that. Mr. Holt, would you come here for just a moment? I know, just a quick moment. Right up here. Sir, I just want to thank you for stepping in as acting superintendent. Thank you for just the service you did for our district, along with Dr. Brackett and Justin, but especially for you. Thank you. Just a little token from me personally as my appreciation. Thank you for your leadership, your friendship, and just being a great leader. Thank you, buddy. My pleasure.
Hey, and Mr. Holt, I echo that. And on behalf of the board, we asked Coach Holt 5 weeks ago, whatever, he stepped in and went above and beyond and kept this district in great hands. And what I learned through that, which I've known, is Coach Holt is a leader, strong leader, and I appreciate your work too. And our district's blessed to have you. He's a Cyclone through and through, and I appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir. And lastly, and for the sake of time, I'm not going to read, but I have a proclamation from our governor, which he issues every year, in a proclamation honoring the school boards across the state of Arkansas. And this day, fixed to December 16th, in the year of our Lord 2020, a proclamation was given to honor all the school board members in the state of Arkansas. So that is from our governor. And we also received a proclamation from Mayor Richard Harris, and recognizing this month as School Board Recognition Month. And so I have a proclamation from the mayor as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, from our governor and from our mayor, proclamation is given. So thank you for your service. And just lastly, on a personal note, Chris, you may remember the phone call you gave to me on the day I was really struggling. And you expressed to me your concern, your love for me as a brother, and the encouragement of taking a 30-day leave of absence, which I didn't want to do. But guess what? It was needed. And here's what I learned, Chris. I learned many things during my leave of absence, but the things that I walked away from is how much I love this district. How much I missed the work that this board has charged me to perform and serve this community. And so while it was a tough couple of weeks, it was also a time that I could reflect and pray. But the thing I walked away from is how much I love this district. And so to all the school board members, thank you for granting this 30-day leave of absence. I hope I never have to do it again, but I do appreciate every one of you. So thank you for your service to the students and staff of the Russellville School District, and I close my superintendent's report. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gocher. Thank you very much. All right, on number 8, the consent agenda. Do we have anything that needs to be pulled? Okay, those will be approved as read. Also, I'd like to make a note, echoing Ms. Tammy Chandler's comments regarding Ms. McCrotty. I know that's true for every nurse in our district, and let it be known that the board knows how hard you have worked y'all did not ask for this, and we feel it's a token for all the extra hours. I know it's been every night, Saturdays and Sundays, and we've heard stories where that y'all have happily met those needs, and we are blessed to have each and every one of these nurses in our district. So thank you, Ms. Tammy, for your comments. Ditto. Right. Number 9, Mr. Golden.
Thank you, Chris. I'd like to make a motion to approve the period 6 financial report as reported on earlier by Mr. Robertson.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second by Mr. Golden and Mr. Keister. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor? It's unanimous. Number 10, Ms. Wynn.
I would like to recommend that we pass policy 7.5. There's only one change in a word where the previous current policy says small business. The new policy would say local business, that we would like to work with local businesses when we can, instead of saying small business, which I think probably we've considered it local, but this just makes it clearer. So I recommend that we pass this policy.
I'd actually like to table that and take another swing at it and actually firm it up a little bit more. I think the intent's there, but it's not defined as well as what I'd like for it to be. So I think I'd like to take another swing at it. So I'd make a motion to table to February.
Okay, help me with, are you okay to withdraw your motion?
Yes,
Okay.
that's fine with me.
Ms. Wynn will withdraw her motion, and thank you for your comments, because I know we agree totally. And so Mr. Barrett has put a motion to table the policy improvement, and I do need a second on the table, right, Morgan?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a regular vote.
Second. Second.
Mr. Carter, thank you. So there's no discussion on the table, and so all those in favor to table this till next month? All right, that is unanimous. So that will be tabled to come back with stronger wording. So thank you, Mr. Barrett. Mr. Carter, anything on building and grounds?
Nope, nothing right now.
Okay, thank you. Also, personnel. Can I entertain a motion for personnel?
Motion to approve number 1 and number 2 under personnel.
Thank you, Mr. Golden. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that Mr. White? Thank you. All right, any discussion? All righty, hearing none. All those in favor? Okay, thank you. Also, before you leave, I need to hand y'all folders for tomorrow evening. And also to remind you, tomorrow evening at 5 p.m., Ms. Renee will send that out tomorrow afternoon. We will have our board meeting to conduct our superintendent's evaluation. We feel it's, safer to just do that in the Crimson Room. So we will do that tomorrow evening at 5, and if y'all would come see me for a folder, I will hand that out to y'all. All right, appreciate that. And anything else from a board member? Okay. So at 8:02, if I hear nothing else, we stand adjourned. Thank you.